Hi, it's Terri Zaborowski, your Senior Fitness Specialist, bringing you another workout. And today, instead of inside my living room, I'm in our home, the Acton Senior Center. Thanks to the nice people at ActonTV who are bringing this to you as well. So give them a shout out. So today's workout is going to be mostly a seated, it actually is a seated workout for today. And you know, there's sometimes misconceptions about seated workouts are easier. I don't want you to think that this is going to be easy. It's going to be a challenge, no matter what your fitness level. Just because we're seated in the chair doesn't mean you're going to get a great, doesn't mean that you're not going to get a great workout, both upper and lower body. We're also going to incorporate some cardio, so you're going to get some good aerobic activity for your heart and lung function. Having said all of that, make sure that you listen to your body and what it feels like doing today. If you feel pain or short of breath at any time, I want you to stop or just pause the video, take a break, and come back to it when you need to. Again, it's 30 minutes, but 30 minutes can be a long time if you're working hard. So again, be smart about your workout. We always want to honor our capabilities, but also respect our limitations. So I expect you to do just that. I'll show you modifications along the way. Obviously, you're going to need a chair. If your chair has arms, don't worry about it. We can kind of work around that. It'll be an issue maybe with the stretches, but I can show you how to modify or change things up if you have arms on your chair. One thing is, though, I want your chair to be sturdy. So it's not moving. If you are in a wheelchair, make sure that you've locked the wheels. That's going to be important. Positive mental attitude is always a good idea. You're going to want some weights, maybe 1 or 2 sets. And if you don't have weights, don't worry about it. Soup cans or water bottles will work. You can also just go through the range of motion with your upper body, and your body weight will be enough of the resistance. What else do I need to tell you? Maybe some good supportive shoes. Take breaks when you need them. Have some water on hand to stay hydrated. I think I've covered all my bases. So if you're ready, I'm going to get my music queued up and we'll get right into it, okay? Okay, I'm back. So with every good workout, we start with a warm-up, and that's what we're going to do next. So I want you to go ahead and just start walking in place. It may be a little easier for you if you sit toward the edge of your chair. Keep your shoulders back and on top of your hips. If you're able, move your arms a little bit more. That's going to increase your heart rate. I'm going to bring my heel forward here. Starting to feel a little bit of an active stretch in the back of the leg. Now I'm going to change my arms too, and I'm going to bring them forward. Feeling my shoulders starting to warm up. Great job. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and lift the knee. Now, I'm going to reach and pull. If this is too much for you, your shoulder's not ready for that yet, keep it low and tap the knee. You're doing great. Let's go back to that march. Now at any time, if your legs start to feel kind of crampy here and you want to stand up and do these standing, that's fine too. Bring your heels forward and scissor. Lift your knee. You can tap it, keeping the arms low, or you can pull down. Great job. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now watch. Bring the elbows in. I'm going to alternate, bringing my legs out and in. Now I'm pretty much keeping a 90-degree bend at the knee here, so the movement isn't necessarily happening at the knee joint, it's at the hip joint. So here I'm warming up the inner and outer thigh as well as the chest. Now I'm going to keep the legs going, but this time I'm going to squeeze the shoulders or squeeze the shoulder blades in toward the spine. I'm opening up and stretching through the chest while I warm up the muscles in the upper back. We're going to do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's circle the elbows back. Many of you might be familiar with my stretch and flex class where I use TheraBands. This is going to be similar to that class with one exception. We're going to be doing those cardio intervals that I talked about, which is going to bring some aerobic activity to your workout. There's ways to modify that as well, so I want you to keep that in mind. So go ahead now and rotate your wrists. And go the other way. And place your hands on your lap. We're going to slide forward and slide back. Good. Here I want you to feel the movement of your spine as you contract your abdominals. We know that all muscles move joints. And your abdominal muscles move your spinal column. It's a series of joints, but we want to be careful about it, right? So coming forward, rounding, opening the spaces in the vertebrae, and then stacking the vertebrae to come up to that neutral alignment. 1 more. Great job. Now, the cervical vertebrae of the neck, we're going to turn to the right and center, and then turn to the left. And center. Again, turn to the right and center and to the left. Now, I'm going to have you tilt your head to the right and center and to the left and center. Again, to the right, center, and left. Good. We're going to now picture that you have a piece of chalk on your nose and you're going to draw a circle with that chalk. So just draw that circle in one direction and then go the other way. Take your time, whatever feels right for you. Good, let's make a fist. Thumb is outside the fist. We're going to do a little bit of hand strengthening exercises here, kind of warming up the hand. These are great exercises to do any time of day and any day, especially if you have arthritis. Those joints like to move and we don't maybe move them enough depending on what you do, or maybe you're a piano player or a knitter or sewing and you need to have those fingers limber. This is an important work to do. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to tap each finger down to the thumb and back as we make those little O's. Great job. Excellent. Back and forth. Now we're going to move just at the base knuckle. Separate the fingers and then bring them together. It's a great stretch. We've got 4 more and 3, 2. I'm going to have you claw now. So claw. It's more like you're rolling the top knuckle in. We've got 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Hands on your lap. Lift your fingers up one at a time. It's easier than it looks, or it's not as easy as it looks. Let's play the piano. Let's just play the piano. Let's play the air piano. And shake it out. All right, great job. So our first strengthening exercise is going to involve the inner and outer thigh and the chest. We warmed those muscles up, so I guess we're ready to go now and work with some resistance. So I recommend a lighter weight here, and if you decide that the weight's too much for your shoulder, then don't use any. We're going to bring the elbows in and out, okay? At the same time we do this, we're going to bring the legs in and out, okay? So When you're ready, join me. Great job. So you want to try to bring your elbows together as close as they can without force. Everybody's range of motion is going to be a little different, but here's what I'd like you to make sure of. That your your elbows stay right at chest level. In other words, they're not down here, okay? Bring them up. So we've got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. This next exercise is going to involve the upper back and the back of the arm. To do this, I want you to come forward over your legs, but notice my shoulders are not rounded. I'm going to lift out to the side, squeezing the shoulder blades in, and on my next pass, I'm going to extend back. So we're going to combine the two. It's lift, extend, lift, and extend. Great job. Again, you could omit the weights. You're still going to get a great workout working those muscles and joints, I should say joints, through their range of motion. The muscles have to work in order to move the joints. It's just whatever resistance is right for your body on any given day. So we've got 4 more here. 4. This is 3. 2. And 1 more. Good. This is set number 1. We're moving into set number 2. So you remember how it goes, right? We're bringing the elbows in and the legs out, keeping that 90-degree angle at the knee. So we're moving through the hip here. And I'm going to count out 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to come down over the legs and back to those reverse flies, followed by a kick back. Good. Ready? Here we go. Lift, extend. So you want to make sure that you're maintaining that nice neutral spine. Notice how I'm staring out beyond my toes as opposed to bringing my chin down. If my chin comes toward my chest, I'm in jeopardy of allowing the shoulders to round, and that wouldn't necessarily be safe for the back. So keep that in mind, and if you need to take a break to sit up straight, that's fine too. We've got 1 more here. And guess what? We're already on our 3rd set. So after this 3rd set, we're going to go into our cardio interval. The cardio intervals are 60 seconds in duration. 60 seconds can be a long time, so I'm going to keep that. You're going to keep that in mind. We're bringing the elbows in, bringing the legs out, alternating. Just remember, the heart is a muscle, and we're going to be exercising it on those cardio intervals. But you need to modify. If you've gone a little too far and you're breathing heavy and you're not able to talk, that's your sign you've gone too far. So I encourage you to modify and take breaks always. 2 more. Last one. You should be definitely feeling as though those chest and shoulder muscles got a workout there. Now we're back to that the reverse fly with the tricep kickback. So upper back, back of the arm, upper back, and back of the arm. You got it. Again, keeping that head neutral to the rest of the spine. It should be a straight diagonal from the back of your head to your tailbone. I'm counting out 4 more here for our final set of these 2 muscle groups, or these 4 muscle groups. Here's our last one, and we're getting ready for our cardio interval. So we're gonna just do a little jog here. Be light on your feet. Maybe you can do a little speed bag. Maybe you can even speed it up a little bit. Remember, you can always go slower if that's what you need to do. Okay, stay with it. We're 15 seconds in. I'm gonna change it up. We're gonna climb the rope. Let's go a little higher and a little faster. We're halfway through the interval. I told you it can be a long time. Here we go. Jacks, out and in. Out and in. You're doing so great. We're down to the last 15 seconds. Jump rope. Jump rope. Again, light on your feet. Even though we don't have our whole body weight here, our legs do have weight to them. We don't want to put impact or undue impact on the joints. Guess what? You did it. Okay. So we're moving on to the next set of exercises for the strengthening. So I'm going to have you grab a hold of maybe a little bit of heavier weight. These are larger muscles. We're going to work the back of the shoulder. And I'm going to have you do a leg extension with an overhead press. I'm going to have you also sit back into the chair for two reasons. One is that your upper leg is going to be supported by the chair. Number two is that when you're sitting against the chair, you're going to remember to keep your back nice and straight so that your shoulders stay over your hips. So we're going to alternate opposite arm, opposite leg, lift and lower. So again, you can do this without weights. You could choose to do this with light weights. Just know that you're feeling the work in the back of the shoulder and in the front of your thigh. And oh yeah, you're breathing too, right? How could I forget to remind you to breathe? We've got 4 more. This is 3. We've got 2. And 1 more. Excellent. Now, you're going to want to put one of the weights down because the next exercise is going to involve the midsection. These are rotational muscles, okay, the obliques. I'm going to have you sit a little closer to the edge of the chair. I do that automatically because I want to make sure my feet are touching the floor, and you probably want to make sure that's the case too. We're going to take the weight over here from the right to left. So I'm rotating over. Wood chop. So you want to feel that rotation through the waist. We've got 4 more here. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Let's switch left to right. And we've got 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. So let's grab that weight again. I'm going to sit all the way back into the chair, and we're going to go back to another set. Overhead shoulder press with leg extension. Now, I say use opposite arm or leg. If you're using the same arm and the same leg on the same side, it's not the end of the world. I'm trying to get you to use both hemispheres of your brain at the same time. It's a little coordination thing, because you know what? Why not exercise the mind while we're exercising the body, right? It's all good. Just don't forget to breathe. Nice work. How many more? 8? Last 4. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set number 2. At the edge of the chair, sitting up tall, we're going to do those wood chops again. Shoulders back, tummy pulled in, always. Chopping across. Notice that my shoulders are coming out of square, but I'm not moving in the chair from the bottom, from the waist down. Those hips are staying square. So I've got 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, maybe the weight's getting to be a little too much, or maybe the shoulders are bothering you. How about lacing the fingers together and doing it that way? There's always ways to modify. So let's go left to right. We've got 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right. This is our last set before our cardio interval again. All right, here we go. We're about halfway through the set. When we do alternating like this, it seems like it's a longer set, but we keep in mind we roughly do about 8 to 12 reps on each side, so that's why it seems a little longer. So 12 becomes 24, you get the idea. We've got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last set of wood chops. So again, if the shoulder is bothering you, maybe you're going to just lace the fingers together and do it this way. Okay? When you're ready, join me. Four more on this side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch left to right. Those muscles in the midsection and waist should be definitely feeling some heat now, but in a good way, right? 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 60 seconds. Continuous movement, but modify if you need to. Here we go. Let's run it out. Little faster, little faster. Come on, come on, quick feet. Quick, 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 quick. Jacks. You're doing great. You want that heart rate to come up, but not too much that you can't have a conversation. Okay, we're halfway through. Climb that ladder. Come on. Can you go a little quicker? Can you go a little higher? Pick up those feet. Come on, come on. 5 seconds left before we move to the last and final exercise, which is jump rope. Let's go, let's go. 15 seconds. I told you it was going to be a challenging workout. Stay with it. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Whew. Maybe some water. We're going to go into our next sequence of exercises. We don't even need weights. So, catch your breath, sit to the edge of your chair, lean back. We're going to alternate, hugging the knee in. So grab the knee, bring it in. Good. Working the abdominals. Beautiful. Now, it's tempting to want to just throw your body up, but I want you to think about what muscles we're working here. Think about pulling your belly button in toward your spine to pull your leg in and to bring your shoulders forward. We've got 4 more here. 3, 2. Now we're not done. Just the left leg, just the left. Just the left, you got it. Come on. Now just the right. Pull it in, now extend it. A little bit harder to take it from that extended position than from the bent one. Good. All right, feel those abs? All right, so next, maybe a heavier weight. You're gonna need 2. or maybe it's a light weight, or maybe it's no weight. But for one thing for sure is that you're seated at the edge of your chair. We're going to combine two exercises here. One is just kind of coming forward and coming back. But I want you to understand that when I am hinging here, I'm going to actually sit sideways so that you can see me. I'm not rounding my shoulder. My spine is always neutral. In other words, I'm going to show you what not to do so you can see the difference. You're not doing this, okay? You're doing this always. So you're going to come forward, elbows in, release, and sit up. So you're hinging and rowing and sitting up. Okay, so I'm going to continue to stay at this angle. You guys can continue to face the screen. I just want you to make sure that my back doesn't round and that yours doesn't either, okay? Good. So we're coming forward. It's helpful to, when you come forward, to look out several maybe feet beyond your front toes, your toes. Do you have back toes? I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't. Coming forward, rowing again. Coming forward and rowing, and let's do one more. You should feel this in your low back and in your mid back. So right here and right here. Those are the two muscle groups that we just worked. And now we're going to work these muscles. So, these muscles and these muscles back to back. Many of you know, who are my students, I like to work opposing muscles back to back. So we're going to stay with just that right leg extended, and we're just going to hug that right knee. Beautiful. Hug it in. Excellent. We've got 4 more on this side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Hug it in. Four more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, back to those seated rows with the hip hinge. Arms down, shoulders back. Take it forward, pull, release, and lift. Forward, row. Nice. How is it going? Remember to take breaks when you need to. Remember to push the pause button at any time if you need to get some water. I'll be here when you get back, I promise. We're pretty much more than halfway done with the workout. Time goes by quick when we're having fun. I hope you're having fun. I'm having a blast. One more. Great job. Let's put those weights down. And this is our final set, because you know what's coming up, right? That cardio interval. We're going to go back to alternating now. Right knee, left knee. Great job. I can't wait till it's safe for us to all work out together in this room. I know it's been a long time. I miss you all terribly. I've seen some of you on Zoom on my Tips with Terri on Tuesdays at 10. Say that 10 times fast. Yes, that's right. I'm giving myself a shameless plug. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm doing Tips with Terri every Tuesday at 10 o'clock on Zoom. Look for the link in the newsletter. Okay, good. All right, so here's our final set of the hip hinge and row. Sitting into the edge of the chair, shoulders back. Here we go. Bring it forward and row it back. Bring it forward, row it back. Think about bringing those shoulder blades in as you pull back, and keep those elbows in nice and close. Beautiful. Are you breathing? Are you smiling? Sometimes it helps. Tricks the brain into thinking, yeah, this feels great. Not to say it feels bad, but it's just effort. It's hard work. Staying in shape is serious business, but it's work that's worth it. You know that. I'm preaching to the choir. You're the one that turned this video on. Give me 2 more. And we're about ready to start our cardio interval. 60 seconds, continuous movement. Let's do it. Quick feet, quick feet. Come on. Fast, fast, fast. You can omit the arms. You can omit the legs. Jacks right here. Can you speed it up? Maybe you need to slow it down at this point, okay? Keep going, just keep going. And let's climb the ladder. You're doing so great. You're 3/4 of the way there. Last 15 seconds. Let's do this. Jump rope, jump rope. Maybe ski. Maybe that doesn't feel right for you. Just keep it here. Keep going, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're on the last set of exercises. So, these are lighter weights here. We're going to start by lifting the toes and lifting the arms, shoulder height. Great job. Your heart rate's up, you're breathing heavy. If you need to kind of take a little break here before you continue, or just do the feet or just do the arms for this. It's always hard to change from that aerobic activity to then a strength activity, but that is important work. It's called high intensity interval training, also known as HIIT, and it helps to increase your metabolic rate over time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now and lift the arms out and lift the heels. These are the 2 exercises, and guess what? We've got 2 more sets of each. We'll do 1 more cardio interval, 60 seconds, and then we'll stretch. Let's go back to the front, lifting the toes. You're going to feel great in that lower leg. Shoulders are getting tired here, which is supposed to happen when we're strengthening. So at any time, if those arms are just getting too heavy, put the weights down. Just go through the motions with your arms. Our arms do have weight to them, so you will get the work. Lift the heels now as you come out to the side. We've got 4 more here on this set. This is already the end of set number 2. And we're moving into set number 3. Arms forward, lift those toes. Counting out 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the heels and lift those arms out to the side. I know, my shoulders are tired too. Do the best you can, or just keep going with the feet. Whatever you can do here. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here it is, last cardio interval. Ready? Let's go. Quick as you can. This is it. Jacks. Great job. Stay with it. Climb the ladder. We're halfway through this cardio interval. And finally, the jump rope, last 15 seconds. Come on, let's do it. You've got this. So proud of you for doing this for yourself today. You should feel good and accomplished. And stay with me for the stretches. That's it. Stay here. I'm going to change my music, and I'll be right back to the chair to meet you for some stretches. Don't go anywhere. Okay, hopefully you've had some time to get some water, bring the heart rate down a little bit. I want you to extend your right leg, flex your foot, lengthen, and then hinge forward. Remembering to keep your shoulders back, that neutral spine here. So you're just reaching forward but not rounding, feeling that nice stretch in the back of your leg, particularly your hamstrings. And breathe. Let's come up from that stretch. We're going to switch. Left leg is straight, foot is flexed, lengthen and hinge. Don't be so concerned about how far you can reach. It's not really about that. It's about getting that nice stretch in the back of the leg without letting your shoulders round. Everybody's flexibility is going to be different. Sometimes we're more flexible on one side than another, and that's perfectly normal. Let's come up now and lace the fingers together, creating that letter C. Oh, this feels so good as we open up through the back. Just feel those vertebrae opening as you tuck your chin to your chest. You feel the stretch in your cervical vertebrae of the neck. As those shoulders begin to round the thoracic vertebrae. And then as the tailbone tucks under and the belly button gets pulled in toward the spine, you can feel the space that you're creating in the lumbar. Let's flex the hands now. Palms are facing out. We're going to go ahead now and just very slowly begin to stack that vertebrae back into its neutrally aligned position, and then just relax the arms. I'm going to begin to stretch the outside of the leg here, and for some, if you've got hip issues, you may just want to consider just crossing the leg here at the ankle, okay? If you feel as though you have good mobility in your hip and that you're able to, you could bring it up a little higher or perhaps all the way up, okay? As long as it doesn't cause you any pain. Now this side happens to be my not so great hip. I have some arthritis, and this is enough of a stretch for me. If it's not quite enough of a stretch for you, you could come forward. Again, not by rounding the shoulders. I'm going to stay here, but I wanted to offer that to you if you need a deeper stretch. So we're feeling the stretch here in the abductor muscles, particularly those gluteus medius muscles when we were doing those legs out and in. And then we're going to release that stretch. We'll do the same to the other side. Remember your options, right? Everybody's going to have a little bit of a different flexibility, and maybe this side is different for you too. This is not as much of a stretch for me on this side because this is my hip that does not have arthritis, not yet, or hopefully it doesn't. And then coming forward, you can see how I can hinge forward easily here and feel a deeper stretch on this hip. And let's release that. So go ahead and bring that leg down. I'm going to have you scooch over to the right side of your chair. I told you at the beginning of the class, Maybe you have arms on your chair. If that's the case, turn this way when you do the stretch, and that will take the arms out of the equation when you're doing the stretch. So with the knee under the hip and the left hand on the chair for support, just go ahead and reach over. Remember those wood chops that we did for the obliques? Remember the seated rows where we were pulling the elbows back? The muscles that we're stretching now are the muscles that we're strengthening during those 2 exercises. So it's a great stretch, nice supported side bend as you breathe. Let's release it. We'll go over to the other side. Make sure that the knee is under the hip so it's like a straight line to the floor. Shoulder, hip, knee. Right hand on the chair and reach. I like to sort of relax my body into the stretch as I hold it, as opposed to holding my breath or fighting it. The body's going to dictate what it needs as you hold the stretch. And those muscles will begin to lengthen and respond to the movement, or the position, I should say, since we're holding these static stretches. Okay, let's release. Sit all the way back into the chair and bring that right arm across. Give it a hug, nice stretch for the back of the shoulder. And from here, we're going to take it to a tricep stretch. If you're able, bring that right arm all the way back and hold that elbow in close. If this is not right for your shoulder, let me show you a modification here. Right hand on the shoulder and just lift to where you don't feel any pain in the shoulder. Just like with our strengthening exercises, our stretches can be modified too. Always listening to what our body needs. And then maybe reaching back down now with the left if this is okay with your shoulder. And again, if not, this is where you need to be. And then bringing that arm across, feeling that stretch in the back of the shoulder. And release. I want you to sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. Again, deep breath in, bring your palms together. Slow breath out as you pray it down. Give yourselves a hug. That's from me to you. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me today for today's workout. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.